Hi, welcome to another interesting idioms lesson. Today we're going to look at the idiom, an arm and a leg. Now, let's look at the meaning of this idiom first. Usually, we say to cost an arm and a leg. And what this means is to be very expensive. So when something costs an arm and a leg, it means it costs a lot, more than usual. Let me give you a quick example. Imagine I went to a concert to see my favorite band, Coldplay. Now, they're a fantastic band, but the tickets cost an arm and a leg. So often we use this idiom to contrast. So the band is fantastic, but the tickets cost an arm and a leg. We very often use the conjunction but to show contrast. We can also use this idiom to say something isn't expensive when usually it is expensive. For example, French food is usually quite expensive, right? So imagine I go to a French restaurant and I say, the new French restaurant is absolutely fantastic. They serve very high quality food and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So now I'm emphasizing that something which is very often expensive is actually not expensive. Or if my friend comments on my new phone, he can say, wow, that looks like an expensive phone. I can say, no, it didn't cost an arm and a leg. It was actually rather cheap. So something that's usually expensive, you can say it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. But usually we use this in the positive form to say something is expensive. Let's look at a couple of examples in more detail. So my friend Paul recently bought a new car, and I said to him, nice new car, Paul. That must have cost you an arm and a leg. So this, I'm trying to say, I guess that car was very, very expensive. Yeah? When something looks expensive, we can say, wow, that must have cost you an arm and a leg. Let's look at one more detailed example. So imagine this woman Lisa bought a new house and everyone's coming over for a house party, a housewarming party. And John makes the comment, wow, this is a beautiful house. And Lisa says, yes, but it cost an arm and a leg. We'll be paying for it for a long time. So she's saying, yes, it's a beautiful house, but then she contrasts it with, but it was expensive, but it cost an arm and a leg. Quite easy, right? Now, the origin of this idiom, people are unsure, but we guess it's from after World War II, when many, many soldiers lost limbs, for example, arms and legs. They paid a high price for the war. So we guess the idiom came from around that time. And it makes sense, if you give an arm and a leg for something, you're paying a very big price for it. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Hit the thumbs up button if you like what you saw, so I can make more of the same. And leave a comment in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.